It's no secret that ultra endurance racing has become increasingly popular as endurance athletes of all disciplines seek to push their bodies and minds to new and intense places. As an ex-roadie, I've mostly kept a skeptical distance from such masochism, probably out of a fear of this unknown suffering and how my body might or might not handle it. But for whatever reason, I've recently become very intrigued by the idea of self-supported bike pack racing, which combines ultra-distance cycling with a side of self-sufficiency and adventure that has a certain level of appeal for certain types of crazy people like myself. So after not much thinking or planning, I signed up for my first such event, the Fitzgerald's JOYRIDE, a 400-mile unsupported gravel race across the farmlands of southern Idaho and Utah. This is the story of my first bikepacking race. It is Friday, September 9th, 2022, and after kind of like a little bit of a disappointing race weekend at Rebecca's Private Idaho, stage race over Labor Day, with some various mishaps, almost sliced off my finger, but finished, did all right. I'm taking on a whole new type of challenge, this sort of ultra distance self-supported bike pack racing thing. So tomorrow on September 10th, I am embarking on a 400-mile self-supported gravel race. It's gonna be interesting. I have no idea what to expect. I really have no idea what I'm doing, but just sort of getting kind of the final kit preparation going. I probably have way too much stuff, but sleeping bag, sleep kit. I've got a bivy sack, a little sleeping mat, lightweight camping pillow, which will be nice, med kit, clothes, lights, some various selection of food, some race fuel, some, I don't know if I'm gonna bring this or not, but picky bar, oatmeal, repair kit, clothes for sleeping, Doma instant coffee, and yeah, so that's gonna be exciting. Ansel's gonna miss me, but yeah, I think it's gonna be good. There's a huge fire burning right now in the Sawtooths, just a little bit up, and you can sort of see it's quite smoky out. The AQI is quite high, so I'm going to be escaping the smoke. I was originally supposed to be doing the Smoke and Fire 400-mile bikepacking race that kind of goes from Boise through here, through Ketchum, but unfortunately that devastating fire is threatening much of that course, and so I'm hoping to escape the smoke a bit and, yeah, contemplate life as a human in this changing climate, and how I may be able to reduce my impact as an athlete and how my lifestyle choices can influence things like this, and yeah, just take my mind off things because it's getting pretty close to home here. But yeah, anyway, here is the bike I will be riding, my giant Revolt Advanced SRAM Axis. Bags all packed up except seat pack. I'm working on that right now, but it is a gravel race. I'm going to be riding with these Pirelli Centrado gravel tires, pretty good tread, got Cush core in there, so we'll see how it goes. I have no idea what to expect. Going to drive down this evening and camp before the start, so yeah, I'm gonna try to document some of the experience, but I think it'll be pretty fun way to do a little bit of a different style of racing than I'm used to, and just go for a nice big long bike ride and sleep outside and, yeah, see how it goes. So I'll check in a little bit later.
all the time, not even just riding. I just go there and soak. And then Maple Grove Hot Springs as well, which you'll hit 2 different times on 2 different ways of getting there. It's never on the same track, but you'll hit.
Okay, we're a few miles in. A little bit of a mishap to start off. The route wasn't loaded in my Wahoo for some reason, so lost a little bit of time trying to figure that out, but I got it sorted. We're on the first gravel of the course. Beautiful morning, not smoky. Just happy to be out here. Okay, long day ahead. Let's get it. About 15 miles in. Really cool course, beautiful gravel roads, weather's awesome. Just listening to some podcasts, pedaling hard. Think I might be ahead. Yeah, there could be people in front of me, I'm not sure, but gonna keep on grinding, see how we go, but I'm feeling good. Okay, bit of a steep climb here. Everything feels way harder. The loaded bike, obviously. It's my first real time doing that, so clicking along. No idea where I am, obviously. Never been here, but it's pretty beautiful country. Yeah, pretty nice dirt roads. They're pretty loose, pretty sandy, squirrely, so a little bit hard to settle in, get a good rhythm, but nevertheless enjoying myself fully. So yeah, try to get over this beast. I think I'm almost there. Really rugged section, really steep, rocky, mile 90-ish. Just trying to get to Lava Hot Springs right now. All right, almost to Lava Hot Springs, just made it through. Really brutal section that I am now officially dubbing the city of rocks and ruts. Really, this fully loaded gravel bike had no business being on there, but made it through unscathed. A couple of close calls, but on some pavement now, And I think this takes, hopefully, into Lava Hot Springs because I'm almost out of food and water. Ugh. And yeah, I just need a refuel, but still feeling okay. Bit of a rough patch there with all that steep, rough stuff. So yeah, almost a quarter of the way through this thing. Woo, doggy. Quick pit stop in the beautiful town of Lava Hot Springs. Healthy, nutritious, and delicious lunch of a Coke, water, licorice, coconut water, Gatorade, beef jerky, vegan of course, Beyond Meat, and some bars for the pockets. Oh, and I got pita bread and hummus from a little lunch stand thing. Ass is really starting to get sore and painful. It's just hard with these bags and stuff. You gotta remember to stand up out of the saddle a lot more than normal. Just feels weird too, so I don't do it, but I'm paying the price. So, continuing on. Pretty close to Preston, the home of Napoleon Dynamite. Just got a little puncture. Had to stop. I think it's sealed, hopefully. But making progress. Mile 154, 7:30 p.m. And it is a beautiful evening. So I'm feeling pretty good. Spirits are high, morale is high. And yeah, gonna refuel in Preston. My goal is to try to make it to Logan tonight. I think that's like 180 miles into this thing. So it's gonna be dark here, not too long. But yeah, we shall see. This is getting into unknown territory, but hard to complain when it's not terribly smoky and it's quite lovely outside.
A week has passed since the finish of the Fitzgerald's JOYRIDE, and I basically stopped filming after the first night because I was just too tired. I just had nothing left, really, and it just became another chore to try to take out the camera and talk and film. So unfortunately, I don't have pretty much any footage from the end. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of report a little bit of the last kind of half of that race. So I rolled into Logan, which was sort of like the halfway point, well ahead of my goal. and felt really good. As soon as night fell, something flipped and I just felt euphoric. I was kind of going in and out of that flow state that is so amazing. And so I just pushed on and continued through the dark, through the night, rolling into a campground around 1 a.m., like mile 230 or something. So the longest I'd ever ridden up to that point. Unrolled the bivvy, changed clothes, got about 3 hours of sleep, and woke up in the morning to some raccoons in my campsite, shooed them away, put the kit back on, hopped on the bike. Obviously was pretty tired at this point and still had a pretty massive day ahead of me. Little did I know the two biggest climbs of the race were about to kick my ass. The first one luckily was kind of at first light, so it wasn't too hot, but the second one was about 3,000 feet vertical and took about an hour, hour and a half, slow rolling, really hot, really brutal. And then throughout the rest of the day was just about surviving, honestly. It was not much resupply opportunities, pretty desolate country. The last 70 miles or so was through a really tough section that I call cow world, because there was just endless cows everywhere and pretty much nothing else. Just really rolly, steep, big rollers that would take forever to get over the top of, and it just became a battle of my mind, of my body, of my spirit. And I punctured with about 15 miles to go after having plugged my rear tire. I smashed a huge rock right as it was getting dark and I put the lights on. But as slow as I was going, as horrible as I was feeling, it was really just about keeping moving and trying to be as efficient as possible through that really rough section, rationing water. And eventually I rolled back into Idaho Falls to the finish in first place, set a new FKT, a new record for that course in 1 day, 13 hours and 13 minutes. So I was really psyched about that. And it was a really great first experience of bikepacking, racing, of ultra cycling. And it just was a really wild ride that is kind of unlike anything I've ever experienced, and it's sort of hard to find the words to capture it in its entirety. But I hope a little bit of the footage, a little bit of the report kind of helps to capture that and provide a little bit of insight into what it's like. I'm still recovering. I'm still pretty fatigued. My body is still pretty battered, but already excited for the next one. I want to do this again and jump into some other kinds of events like this. So huge thank you to Kevin, the race director, for organizing, to my friends and family and everyone that kind of followed along. Huge congrats to anyone that finished that race, let alone, did well, because it was just an achievement to get through that rugged country. And so, yeah, really grateful for the experience, really excited about sort of what is to come with these kinds of things, and hopefully can find some more success in these types of races. So next up, I'm racing at the Belgian Waffle Ride Cedar City this next weekend in Cedar City, Utah, and from there hopefully take a break from riding and get ready for ski season. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.